because that's just what he's giving me.
Yeah, he was really mad.
Yeah, this really is my back channels that I don't even talk to, like, at all.
Yeah. When I get mad at Anthony, I just log off.
And then now he asks me if I'm a veteran, and I'm definitely not going to entertain that question because I know he's going to say something that
Just don't even respond. Y'all need to just ignore.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Let me tell you something. He's
Hey,
in
mother.
my back channels. He put in my back channels. You a whole troll, like the betas you follow when you do this to me. All I do is turn the page, but you want to pretend Israel isn't hemorrhaging the country for genocide and Mexicans are taking over. This you right now. So he sent a picture of a troll.
Is he having a psychotic break?
Child, he's having withdrawal.
He's definitely unwell, that's for sure.
You need to be high and it's fucked up. But it's the only time we get a decent conversation out of this.
Yeah, if he's doing them shrooms. I mean, if it's not just the weed, I can't even smoke weed, so I can't imagine getting hooked on. But I couldn't do mushrooms because that shit makes you go too far inside yourself. I can't do it.
So Mel did send me some. Oh shit, it's not showing anymore. What's gonna take it out? But yeah, Superhead is saying Superhead is saying that she might have been a victim of Diddy.
Really? She might be a victim of what?
So she said there was times that she did approve of the, she said she told people that the stuff that they did, she was never forced to do, and he never did all that stuff to her. But she said she started to remember there were times that she woke up, she just didn't feel like herself. So, yeah. I mean, it's possible, you know what I'm saying? Just because you are old don't mean you can't get it taken. I mean,
Can you imagine her in court? They'll just open up the book and be like, didn't you just say that you were slurping on that man's penis?
And you
Exactly.
looking from the back and swallow. What's going on?
Like, come on.
You begged him to nut on your chest?
My.
But she's looking for a little checkity check. And, they're not to hustle.
Everybody gonna be at the courthouse trying to get some money.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Let me put my claim in real quick.
Oh my
Diddy.
gosh, you rub it on the nipples. What's going on?
Child, he put me in a van, and they ain't let me go for a couple days, man. That's what happened to me.
Okay.
Did you read your text message? It's your fault.
Let me see.
I just want to say right now, secrets don't make friends.
Oh my God.
I just want to say.
You gonna give him your phone number?
Please, girl. What's going on?
Discount.
You got him right, man. I don't even need the discount. Just come. What's going on? I'll pay you full price.
You niggas are funny. This dude said. So, I identified a couple things, but I don't like, I mean, you're by yourself. I don't want you to have to pay full price. What's your name again? Girl, you niggas are funny. You niggas. And I'm about to send them over to Lady House right now.
Just a mess, a whole mess. But yeah, that
Fix my shit.
it's your fault. It's a
He probably went to your house and pulled us up. Maybe a friend will give me a phone number.
That's crazy. You sent them over here. That's what you did.
Shit, I was on the app at the same time too.
Exactly.
Y'all, I had to look
text
at
your-
my phone and be like, let me check my phone. I was like, let me check my phone. I don't want to be on speaker for this mess. It's nonsense. I asked real Clubhouse shush when he said that dumbass shit, girl. Fix my shit.
Maya, we have not been talking about sex all day. You need to stop the cap. Stop the cap. We talked about Texas.
That's where my mind at right now.
El Normo got put out because we were in here talking about Israel. Water got put out because he was talking about Israel. What are you talking about? Do you remember all that? That was a heated conversation. Oh, you weren't here. Oh, that's what it was.
She was in Plan B. That's the role she got us messed up for.
Oh, is it?
I think if you put Water and Norm in the same room for about 2 weeks, it might fix both of them. Maybe. They might cancel each other out.
Child, I doubt it. They'll claw each other's eyes out.
They'll kill each other.
I
There's
mean,
no big norm.
that might still be a positive. Human nature, at least.
That's
Might
nasty,
fix the
Bert.
thing.
That's nasty.
And you won't be so nice when he about to put your ass out. He said, look, you can offend me, but you're going too far with my ass. I'm going to have to fit you out.
I mean, he's so nuts that I don't even take it personally. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, like, why would I get angry over Water? It's just not, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's almost like you see this, I don't know, like this deer in headlight kind of creature. You know what I mean? It's like he just stands there and waits for the car. And it's like, okay, move already. He's like, no, I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to keep on staying here. And I'm just keep on saying what I'm saying. And I really don't care. It's so annoying. I don't know.
Is he Jewish?
Girl, I'll come through this phone.
I'm just asking because I don't get it. Because I
He's
have Palestinian friends, I have Jewish
he's
friends.
against-
I just, you know.
He's against the Jews.
Oh, okay. When they start getting in that conversation, I normally leave.
It's weird that he, he's weirdo. Sorry, my hands are wet.
All right, you need me to mute?
I'm getting paper towel, sorry.
I could have just placed you on mute.
I'm sorry, First Lady. I just wondered because he fights so hard that I just really didn't know. Because normally when that conversation gets started, I only listen for a little while and then I leave because I don't have a dog in that fight. It's all horrible. All those people dying and people starving. Just the whole thing just makes me sick. So I can't stay.
Right. That was the other conversation, Maya. Somebody wanted Victoria to say that she cares about Palestinian lives, and she said, I care about all lives. They said, well, see, you don't care about Palestine, you don't care about Palestinians, you don't care about the Palestinian people, you don't care. It's like, what? She said, I'm pro-life. I don't know why you're talking that we were talking about sex all day. There was a lot of conversation that happened. Elle was in the conversation. She spoke earlier. She was talking about sex.
No, but I had a lot of housework done because it was supposed to storm really bad today. So I started listening to y'all and started cleaning and stuff.
Yeah, you were late to class today. Because you were the person that I was looking for when they asked me, because Water said, I got my peeps. And I said, yeah, he did have one person that put a heart up for him. It was Sandra. I'm telling him now. You weren't in the room earlier, so I didn't disclose your name, but it was her.
That was because when Patty told him to erase his thing, I thought he was erasing them, and it was Sin. It was Sin or Mel. One of them was doing it for him. I thought he was doing it himself. But no, he was being stubborn.
Hey, First Lady, I'm back at Bill. We were talking about Israel Gaza.
Oh, not now. I was just telling the young lady in the chat that we weren't just talking about SEX today, that we were talking about other conversations. You came to the stage.
Yeah, there was all sorts of good stuff going on.
Exactly. Thank you, Al. I appreciate you. Victoria was here. Victoria was a part of the conversation. Yeah, so we're just in limbo right now because our sister house is they're cleaning up from last night. I don't know if they had a big mess going on over there last night. Was it a big mess last night, Patty?
I wasn't there late and I thought it collated.
Oh, you didn't make it to 420 last night?
I was only there till around 1, so I didn't get the
I actually stayed up last night, y'all.
I fell asleep. I can't tell you what happened.
Well, I think I stayed up. Somebody vouch for me. I stayed up.
I had to go
I
watch.
closed up after 12. How about that? So I stayed up.
Yeah. I had to go watch Love and Hip Hop, so I had to leave.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what happened on Love and Hip Hop. Tell
I
them.
hadn't fallen asleep, so when I woke up, Patty was still there.
What time you woke up?
I don't know, it was like between 12:30, 1 o'clock.
See, I told you I stayed up. There you go. She vouched for me.
Show, just because you see her PTR, is she not engaging in conversation? She is there with her PTR, but she's not there. You understand?
I was okay, I think. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, Patty was talking. That's how I knew it was Patty.
Oh, Sandra, you just vouched for Water. I can't believe this.
I didn't vouch for Water. I said, I thought Water erased those messages, and I said, you do a good job, and sent him my heart, and found out that it was Sin or Mel. I can't remember which one that erased them. I thought he did it himself.
Now, the first messages I told him, you gotta erase immediately. I thought he erased them too. Then he kept going. I was like, oh, somebody else must have erased it because he do it too much.
It was a lady that came in there and she was talking a little crazy and then she started talking about Jesus. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I was gone.
Yeah, that's when I left.
I was about it then. I didn't hear them.
The one that said Jesus was blue?
Yeah, who's that?
No!
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah. I was up the blue Jesus.
Who was it?
Why are we just talking about this now? Why didn't y'all tell me this earlier? Blue Jesus.
Yeah, she had a blue Jesus. She said all black people had Jesus in their house. She has a Canadian husband, and they have blue Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I left. That's when I fell off.
Mama.
She had blue Jesus, not white Jesus. Somebody said, you mean Jesus with blue eyes? She said, no, it was blue Jesus. I was like, oh, Lord.
Maybe she mean like the blue skies.
Somebody said, you mean a Smurf? No, blue Jesus.
He was like, yeah, blue Jesus.
I remember the Smurf comment.
Somebody said blue eyes, somebody else said Smurf, somebody said Jesus was suffocating. Like, I was like, Lord, this woman is the only person on earth.
Avatar Jesus was funny too. I see that in the chat.
I was weak.
The last comment I saw was Womack said something about Patty let Sukala ride for a minute. That was
Maybe
the last
got history.
conversation.
I think I passed out so much.
Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Joe. Hey, Brian. Hey, lady. What happened? Yo, yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
That's my ninja.
Yeah. She's great.
Hard, she maybe. She funny. She content for real.
For real.
You guys, yeah, for over 5 years.
She be serious about her research. She will tell you the date, the time, and somehow fuck all that information up. She'll know the war, everything, what happened during the war, and somehow twist that shit to make it fit.
Twist it.
I don't know. Twist the shit out of it. That's why I just be like, this is a smart young lady. She just needs to like start sticking with the facts. Be like, oh no, that's not why.
The fact that she said that she wrote on the thing, and that's what made it change the N-word, child.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious. Cause she said it was not supposed to be this way, so that made it true. Brother did a good job breaking that one down. Are you drinking a beer? What's going on?
Oh, I don't drink beer, girl.
You twisting tops?
Water bottles. You know, y'all, let me tell you, I do not drink the bottom of a water bottle. Like, I'll drink water, and once it gets to, like, a certain level, I will not drink that water, because I'd be, like, scared of backwash.
Oh.
So it's my own backwash. It's just, I don't know, I have mental with this shit.
I got it. So what, you never thought about putting it in a cup?
No, that's when I'm outside, you know?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So, Patty, you didn't let your child drink from your cup?
Absolutely not.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. No, I don't do that.
Never.
Floaties, no.
No, you can't put your lips on my cup. Mm-mm.
Have you seen the top of water when a little kid drinks it? It's got like a grease color. Sometimes it may have floaties in it. No. It messes with my stomach.
Now, Mark, I have a question to ask you. Somebody just suggested to me that I share with you my writing workshop, and I don't normally do anything like that. But if you have an opening, is it possible for me to just let you know what I'm doing on the app?
Wait a minute, your wedding shop? Wait a minute, did you say wedding shop?
No, I do creative writing workshops on the app.
Oh, writing. I thought you said wedding. Oh, okay. Because I'm looking for a dress. I'm looking for a white dress, but go ahead.
No, we don't sell dresses in the writing workshops, but people do write about wedding dresses. So these are 6-week writing workshops that started on Clubhouse 2.5 years ago. And now about 11 people have gone through them. And it's a very intimate, just 4 people, 6-week, 2-hour-a-week creative writing workshop where people work on works in progress, books, film scripts, poetry, whatever they want to work on. And we also just do a lot of writing and sharing and feedback. And I happen to have a space left in the upcoming workshop that starts in a week and a half. And somebody just in the last room said, why don't you're always so politically correct, why don't you let them know about it? So I'm doing that, letting you know that there is space open in them, and if anybody's interested to, back channel me, and, I'd be happy to share more about it.
Put it in the chat, and then we can share it, and then when Lisa opens her room, we'll ask her to share it at the top.
Cool.
And then you can
Love that.
Interested, I'm in the middle of writing something, and it's become longer than what I kind of initially expected, so I just need like an accountability.
That would be very cool, because everybody brings a work in progress, and one of the things that we do is beside the 2-hour workshop, during 6 weeks, I actually give everybody the keys to my house on the app, and it becomes like a writing cafe, and then people go in there and write, put on music, get feedback, so that they're not just alone. Because we do have assignments week to week along with accountability on the project. It's the best way in the world to get stuff done.
Hey, Nah. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, I have a few people that could benefit from that as well.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 3-minute little audio tape of 4 different people who've taken the workshop. We all know on the app, talking about their experience, which I'd love to share with you if there's ever an opportunity. Because it really expressed what the experience is.
That's pretty cool.
I wish I was Lisa is open. Lisa is open.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here comes the wonderful time. I'm going to find the link for you. Okay.
These girls are burned out. They've been here since 7 a.m. But Al, I'm happy to look at the video. And
Put it in my back channel so we can send it to Lisa to put on the thing since our room is closing.
Oh, there's the link. Okay, you got the link. All right, ladies and go ahead, Patty. You can go on over. Send you guys can go on over. I'll take it from here. We thank you for flying with politically correct skies. This has been a wonderful day. Today is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. And this has been a weird room today, but guess what? We're glad that you flew with us. I hope that your destination is well and you have a great time wherever you may be. If you like, we will continue the party over at our sister's house at 420 Lounge. So go ahead and click on the top link here, there, and you will be right in the house where you need to be. All right, if you haven't already clicked the link, I'm not sure why not. But this room will be ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Blast off!
It's like, fuck that girl.
The problem with Lady Gaga is that she's ugly. That's the issue. Otherwise, if she was hot, I'd be very much into it.
That's why she dresses the fuck up, so you don't realize how ugly she is.
Exactly. And also why she goes for the gays. Because the gays love, like, theatrical femininity, you know? Like, where it's like you basically drag queen.
Well, Lady Gaga is not a female performer. She's pretending to be a gay man in drag. And that's her. She, like,
Yes,
what
exactly.
Elvis did to the black guys, Lady Gaga did to the gay community.
That's exactly right. By the way, Mohan, I was thinking about you earlier.
When you were thinking about me, what was I wearing? He was taking a shit.
You were wearing that Miami sexy mission shirt you got. No, I saw this stat I thought you would appreciate, which is that heterosexual men are the most violent. Second most violent, lesbians.
Yep, correct.
Third most violent, heterosexual women. Least violent, gay men.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yep.
So I also had
Lesbians are right under heterosexual men.
So one of my friends is Nick Spanos, and Nick Spanos, before he did all the Bitcoin stuff, he ran Webster Hall for like 20 years through the 80s and 90s. And Webster Hall, I think back in that day, was like one of the largest nightclubs in all of New York City, and it had a gay night once a week. And he literally said every week that they had a gay night, they just cut the security staff by like 80 to 90%.
Right, because you don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no incidences. Gay guys fight with each other like this. They just go, bitch, and then they walk away.
Well, the other thing is that, like, fighting is also a form of flirting. And, like, if you're angry enough at someone and they're just like, fine, just fuck me and we can get it over with, you're like, that is an acceptable compromise. I will fuck you and get over it.
See, when dudes run the world, it's just so much efficiency. It's like, hey, bro, you're mad about it, bro? Bet you won't be mad if I suck your cock, bro.
Here's the line, Otto. You're approaching them.
I'm just glad nobody thought to get that sound clip. Yeah.
Hey, you're back to being a very expensive prostitute now that we've hit all-time highs.
That's right. That's right. I'm I'm buying art again, feeling fancy. You know you're feeling prosperous when you're like, yes, I'm a patron of the arts. Funny you mention it. My collection is autobiographical. Some people go for sort of an overarching narrative. Mine is a eclectic mix of just images from my life. When you look at my collection, really what you're seeing is a portraiture of myself in public. A private self-portrait in public, if you will.
Do you are any of your pieces donated to a museum at the moment?
I thought about donating one to the Bitcoin Museum.
Give them music.
No, but you have to do that at some point. You have to donate your pieces to a museum because it increases the value of them.
Yeah.
You know, you exhibit them for some period of time, and then
So Huddle, I thought I can't find, and I think I must have lost my UASF hat, the one that Samson Mao gave out.
Yeah.
And then someone told me that one of the day managers, Daniel, for PubKey, says that the UASF hat at PubKey is my hat. And so I need to hit up Daniel and be like, can we put a little placard under there that says, like, this is a donation of the Mohan estate or something like that?
I know at this point that's just PubKey's hat.
Oh, I'm not asking for property rights back. I just want the little little placard underneath it that says like graciously donated or whatever.
Bitcoin Park has a really cool collection of art on the wall, of Bitcoin art on the wall that like members of the park have donated or whatever, and it's pretty cool.
I took my donation of the hat, and in exchange I got to sign the wall next to Rob Hamilton in their podcast studio.
Oh, nice. I think I'm on that wall somewhere.
Oh, you are.
Me and Rob did a thing in there. I was just talking to my kid. Her sister was trying to shame her for asking questions. And I was like, no, we don't shame anybody in this family for asking questions. Being curious is one of the most important things you can be. You need to stay curious. And I started giving this speech about curiosity or whatever. And then my daughter goes, because I was like, it's very important to stay curious as you get older. You know, a lot of adults lose their curiosity and blah, blah, blah. And my daughter goes, what happens if you lose your curiosity? And I go, you become a huge loser, and you have a horrible life, and you never know why or how to fix it.
I
was like, maybe that's a little too much info for
I have a different answer. I don't know if it's going to be right for your 6-year-old, but when you lose your own innate curiosity, you no longer have a true-false heuristic. You have an us-them heuristic when it comes to deciding what you believe. And so that's why curiosity is important. Is every person who's no longer curious has no relationship to true-false anymore. They only have a relationship to us-them.
This kind of, I'm not going to name any groups, but this kind of makes sense why certain low IQ groups are very tribal.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever meet those people who, like, haven't read a book since high school?
Yep.
And you're like, what the fuck is going on with you?
Well,
Are you happy being such a fucking loser? Like,
I feel like you can tell who's the us-them people versus the true-false people, like, in the past week, based off of the people who are entirely okay with how Trump handled the Epstein thing in the past 3 days. I feel like every single person who's okay with it is a part of the us-them rather than true-false filter.
Right. It is interesting that when you lose true-false, it becomes us-them. The sad thing is, I think a lot of people, I think almost every kid is curious. And then it gets beaten out of children.
I don't think I've ever met a child who wasn't curious unless it was literally physically intimidated out of them.
Right. And then the world sort of intimidates it out of you as you get older.
Yeah. Well, it's because
yeah.
I was gonna say it's because as a tween you literally choose to have an us-them filter to truth rather than a true-false filter.
Yeah, I think it's because of peer pressure. I think people, beat it out of you because I just, from my own life, like everybody's always like, oh, Hoddle's so opinionated. He's got so many opinions. It's like, yeah, I do.
Well,
why don't you? Why am I being shamed for having opinions?
There are certain psychological phases that you have to go through in order to become a person. And one of them is, as an older kid, 10 through 13, is you become a huge social conformist to your friend group. And then, when you become an older teen, you then push out and then individuate again from your friend group.
Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of that has to do with, sexual selection. Because at that age, that's really all you're thinking about from age 13, 14 to age 25. That 10-year period is just kind of ruled by sexual selection.
Yeah, but I would say that by the time you're in your late teens to early 20s, you are figuring out, some people will figure out, I want a relationship to truth and this is how I'm different, versus that 14-year-old girl, everyone has to think the exact same way kind of mindset.
Yeah, for me, truth was always my, North Star.
Yeah, I know, but we're weird.
Yeah, we are weird.
Also, I think, I don't know if you were the same as me, but I went to a fuck ton of schools growing up, and so I got accustomed to the idea that if I had friends, they'd only last a year. And so I had a stronger relationship to truth than I did the people that I would, not know for more than a year.
I also had that too, because I went to 8 different schools.
Yeah.
So we share that, yeah. It's, yeah.
Say more about this truth. I'm so dyslexic. It's so modern.
Well, just trying to figure out what is or is not true, and basically putting an emphasis on what you believe to be the truth that outweighs all other considerations.
If you don't diminish something in the pursuit of another thing, you don't think of it as important, right? So people who are us versus them will never put the truth above their relationships. Whereas people who are truth-oriented would put whether or not something is true as superior to the health of the relationship that they have with someone.
You ain't my dad.
Can you guys remember the time that you were influenced to orientate towards truth? Was it just always present, or was there a few situations that caused that orientation?
For me, it's very early on, because my mother was a schizophrenic. So I had to begin to start orienting what was true and what was not in order to protect myself. And when I say early, I mean 3 years old. That started. Because I just realized I can't rely on the adults. They won't tell me the truth. And if I listen to the things they tell me, I'll get harmed, significantly.
Yeah. How many guys here know how to play football?
And then that led to a heavy anti-authority streak, which we still have to this day because all authority is illegitimate.
As sad as that is to hear, I was good when I was in high school, but I think it gave you a 35-year head start on your peer group, your cohort.
That's the silver lining of it, for sure.
Yeah. Football sucking.
And the silver lining of understanding how the world works is that, because when you understand how the world works, things are actually much more.
I can throw a spiral pretty decent. I'm not a quarterback, but I can throw the ball.
Going on? You guys had a good room on immigration. Let me see if I can We're not about to play that bullshit.
Because I want to keep talking about that. I didn't get a chance to say anything I wanted to say.
We're not gonna do that bullshit tonight. We're gonna sit back, have a
about immigration.
If not,
Huh?
I'm just gonna.
I have something to add when you have a moment.
That's it.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Did you guys see that there's a new chief of the FAA, but he's coming from an airline?
Or you understand?
You ain't my daddy.
Okay. Yes,
So, new, he just took over as the new FAA chief, so which is, he's obviously supposed to regulate the airline. And so he's coming from an airline, and the big issue that, one of the biggest issues they have with him is he wants pilots to have a lot less flight time to be able to fly commercial airlines, so putting more inexperienced people in the air.
Oh my God. Okay, there we go. And I gotta fly in 2 weeks. I don't think. You know what? I might have to because this is just a pleasure flight. I might have to rethink this because there's way too much stuff going.
How long is the flight?
The flight is 2.5 hours.
Can you take a flight?
That's a lot.
Be alright.
2 hours. Thanks a lot, y'all. Okay.
I just said you'd be alright. What's going
I'm
on?
kind of worried because every time I turn around, how many?
Don't worry.
You know, she gonna be freaking out because you know the little planes, them Airbus.
Yeah, and I gotta fly into. That's funny. I had to change the title because I didn't know what. Okay.
Yeah, because I changed phones and I couldn't find you on the waiting list out front.
Oh,
Usually the key is right at the top. When I change phones.
I'm sorry. My little club, it barely pops up in the hallway. That's why I gotta get more than. It does.
I'm just saying the WTF might have thrown up.
I think because I think what happened is when I do stuff like that, I always get shadow banned. So I'm gonna see if can you see me now? Anybody see us? Okay, good. I like that conversation you guys had this morning. Now I don't know if I can reciprocate or recreate, but that was fire. You guys got me through this whole long ass day. I've been here. Okay, what time is it? Oh my God, I've been at work for almost 16 hours. This don't make no freaking sense right now. I'm like, right, I'm not feeling it. But you got me through my day. Yeah, that room was fire today, ladies. Congratulations. I enjoyed it. You always do a good ass job. Let me see if I can put you guys to sleep. Am I gonna go to sleep? It's like, what is going on? My whole stage was sleep. Was it last night? I mean, the entire stage was up.
I was up.
You were up?
Well, Eddie said,
no, I was asleep.
I wasn't asleep. I can't believe Jesus in here.
That room was jumping. I went to sleep.
Oh, I gotta bring more California people. I gotta put the call out.
They just show us later in the
California friends.
Did you have Blue Jesus in here?
California West Coast only, so we can have the room.
Isn't that when we ended up with the blue Smurf? Yeah, the one with the blue Jesus. Right, that was the California people.
Yeah, that was the California
Queen. I see, Lisa, you wasn't even up in your own room. You was sleeping in your own room. What's going on?
No, I remember that because I go to Telegram and Pastor goes, I ain't gonna say what he said. But anyway, he was talking about the blue Jesus. Oh my God.
That was a funny conversation.
That was hilarious. And also, where's Ramona? Oh, wait. Oh, she knows she's bipolar. She didn't say I think.
No, she said I am.
Yeah. Ping my girl in. She gonna wake it up for us. She gonna wake it up.
What's her name? Blue Jesus' name is Queen.
We gonna have to make one Miss Queen. Yeah, because she gonna wake the room up. She said, if you afraid and you don't want to know the truth, I'm here to tell you. I was like, go girl. Some of these
Why do you
people
come
are
at people
afraid.
out like that? You crazy.
Because you know what? In other life, today I had also a movie director. And we were just chatting it up, and I was talking, and you guys left me with Brucey and Uncle Brucey. He was talking about all, the movies he was gonna make and remake for Black Foley. That room was just off the fucking chain. It was
Leave my Uncle Bruce alone.
I love Uncle Bruce.
You got some sick people in your family. You got Bruce. You got
I got Uncle Bruce, Uncle Ambassador.
Yeah. Y'all jealous because my cookouts be off the chain. My cookouts, y'all come from barbecue.
Yeah, your cookouts be off the chain. Our cookouts just be like motherfuckers talking.
We serve nothing but alcohol. We don't even have no food at the cookout, okay? So
You got alcohol, weed, and mushrooms at your cookout.
That's it. What else do you need?
Nothing. You're done.
We got food and we playing rise and fly spades. And if you can't play spades, don't sit at the table.
Oh yeah, that's
You ain't gonna run out of food. I got
Lisa don't play spades, y'all. Lisa don't know how to play spades. I'm just letting y'all know now.
Well, she damn right about that.
I know it.
Biggest square. Biggest square y'all have ever did. I can learn.
Leave these black cars alone.
I don't
I
have a
co-signed
black card.
I co-signed your black girl. You good. You good.
Okay, girl. All right. I know I got some friends. Co-sign me. Get me in the front door. All right. Co-sign. Like co-sign for this. What is this? I want to get this new Audi.
I ain't co-signing for no loan, but I got your black card.
That's what I need. I've been ready because my car is leased and I have to turn it in. I turn it in August the 23rd, and I'm like, damn, what should I do next? Where should I go next with this? And I think the Audi might be the move. I like it, the SUV one. I love it. Okay, you guys, back to business. What else is breaking?
You sure get an Audi. They have a great engine under the hood. You sure should get one. They are nice. They run really good.
I used to have an Audi. Shit's expensive to maintain.
Yeah, reliable.
Maintenance. Reliable.
Well, I don't have a goddamn life, so I only be driving it. The regular scheduled maintenance, I know that it's covered. Isn't it covered for a year? Doesn't it give you free maintenance and oil change for like a year?
No, that's a package you purchase.
Oh, okay. Well, I might have to purchase a package because I don't drive as much as you guys think I do. I'm always just sitting in the car just to get out the house. All these damn teenagers are home. Sure. I just go outside to sit in the car and have some peace.
So
Yeah.
I believe that.
I do have an update, a nice update.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is from Aaron Parnas. So across the country, if you follow his Substack, Aaron Parnas. Across the country, disturbing pattern is unfolding. American citizens, especially Latinos, are being detained by ICE despite having full legal status. These are not isolated incidents. Can't fucking read. They are becoming routine. Leonardo Garcia Venegas, a Florida-born construction worker, was detained at a job site after ICE agents claimed his real ID was fake. Jose Hermosillo, a citizen of Albuquerque, spent 10 days in immigration detention in Arizona while ICE refused to believe he was American. Jason Brian Gavidia, born in East LA, was confronted outside an auto body shop and forced to declare where he was born. So those are 3 instances of U.S. citizens being detained. This one was spent 10 days in ICE custody. Last week, a Cuban reggaeton artist, this guy, by the way, was very supportive of Trump, Lindsay La Figura, arrested in Miami on unrelated charges, was transferred to a brand new ICE detention center, Alligator Alcatraz. So he made a phone call, you know how they give you the one phone call? He complained of inhumane conditions, no access to bathing water for days, only 1 meal a day, sometimes served with maggots. So they're giving them food that's already spoiled. 24-hour white light that makes sleep impossible. Some say the religious rights have been stripped, including the confiscation of personal Bibles. One detainee reported being denied critical medication and mental health care We're human beings, not dogs, one man said. We're like rats in an experiment. So Florida officials deny that allegation, calling the reporting completely false. But this facility, built in days on a little used airstrip in a protected area that Everglades, is being run using emergency powers with limited oversight and little transparency. According to the state, it already holds more than 400 detainees. So, and they're trying to expand it from what I could see.
You said he was pro-Trump?
Oh, that it's sin, but the reggaeton artist was pro-Trump, Cuban guy, yeah. And so now, ICE has now an extra 150 billion, so to play with. So now private contractors are already bidding on multi-billion-dollar detention centers. Stock in prison companies are soaring. So that's just the nice updates that I have so far.
And this alligator, whatever, Alcatraz, they've been talking about this, you guys, from day one, that this place is unsafe, it's gross. Why would you open a place with no fucking water? They said they were bringing in the portable water. You know how you bring in the portable water or whatever, and so that's not even being done. This is a crime. I mean, what do you call that when you're going against? It's not humane.
Crime against humanity. A crime against humanity.
And there are lawsuits. And you going against? There are lawsuits now being filed against the U.S. government for this reason.
And you can't even. I'm sorry. Let me buckle my seatbelt. You can't even go to Alcatraz to protest because you in the fucking swamps. Your protesters are gonna get eaten by alligators. So you just have to look out from afar and say, God damn, and try to write your Congress people or call or whatever. But President Trump and his cronies, they literally are unstoppable. Don't you guys feel that way? That
Lisa, their lawyers can't come there. Nobody can come there. It's so dangerous. It's crazy.
That's why you picked a perfect place.
In saying that, and something I've been thinking, I think that this is creating our own set of extremists in our own country, in this country. The way that they're treating people, the way that they're treating parents with children who are here, people I don't think are gonna tolerate this much longer. And we've already seen signs that they are not. And people are also ready to take up this fight as well. And I just think that this is a situation to breed extremists in our country.
If you treated a dog like this, they would arrest you. Janice was like, well, he's not supposed to be an inside dog. My dog is almost 180 pounds. No, his ass ain't supposed to be no inside dog. But if I left my dog outside and it was over 85 degrees, they call the police on me.
Wait, back that story up. I didn't hear all of it. What happened? Who got left where?
I said if they were dogs treated this way, they would be arrested. The people would be arrested for treating them this way. Because me and Johnny, she was going, I said, my dog thinks he's an inside dog since I've been retired. And she said, he's not an inside dog. I'm like, hell no, you can fucking say me ain't his. He's not supposed to be outside running around and shit.
Oh. But you can't mistreat a dog, not in this country.
No, hell no.
And you
hell no.
And you shouldn't. So, worse than dogs?
I'm sorry. I said I would never do that. But they're treating them worse than
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Are we now making the assertion, or obviously, right, that these people are they're not even worth humane treatment at this point?
No, not in their eyes.
Asserting, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with that Cat Williams joke about the lion, or the tiger, sorry, in the cage and somebody falls in the cage?
No.
This is the tiger is in a cage in a zoo, and everybody's looking at him, and then the kid falls into the pit, and the tiger says, "It's go time. This is not a motherfucking game," and jumps and kills the kid. And he's shocked. He's like, "Why is everybody mad that the tiger's acting like a tiger? You want to treat people like animals, they're gonna act like animals. Like, this is not a situation this is not gonna end well."
And what's interesting to me, you guys, is now the conversation around it. How his people these agencies are being more and more and more bold and aggressive. The language, like they told Karen Bass and they told Gavin, y'all can't do shit about it. They said, you can't tell us what to do. We're going to be here. Speaking of California, because that's the last thing that I saw was the one in MacArthur Park where they rode through there in military formation and on horseback. That's what he said. Y'all can't tell us what to do. We gonna be here, so get used to it. Get used to seeing your city rolled up on the way we rolling up on this park today. So there you go.
Lisa, that was crazy. When you said that, and I went online and pulled up those videos, I was horrified. Horrified.
Yeah, and those of you guys who have not seen those videos, even the MAGA people, that's what I wanted to say this morning, but I couldn't because I was at work. But I wanted to ask the MAGAs who were in the room if they actually saw that video of the way they were rolling up on that park. Who do you expect to find at park? Families, children, older people sitting there chilling. But they rolled up in that park like it was someplace I don't even recognize, like it wasn't even America. I was like, what the fuck is this going on?
I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the comments under those videos were, "This is what happens in MacArthur Park. Finally, MacArthur Park is getting cleaned up." I don't know if that was maybe I have a fucked up algorithm, but
yeah,
the comments
I'm seeing crazy comments on all these ICE videos, and I'm just like, I don't. Am I in the Twilight Zone? I know what you mean. And by the way, I don't know if it was Sue or someone else that mentioned that there were ICE raids in Inglewood, and someone was mentioning that it was like a predominantly Black American neighborhood.
Yes.
So I don't know who has that, or if you want to speak on that, you know the area.
I want to get the actual article, and I'm driving, but I don't. Okay, I think Sue is Sue on the stage?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, Sue can describe. You guys have heard about Inglewood. Inglewood is a pretty famous, notorious little city because, like Jim and I was saying, Snoop Dogg came out of that area. Well, Snoop Dogg actually came out of Long Beach. I don't know what he's.
That's true. He did not come out of there. No.
Lisa, Inglewood is the first place that Magic Johnson moved when he left Lansing.
Correct.
Stop lying to Inglewood.
No, that's where he went because we were still in contact at that time. And he went to Inglewood and he was missing everybody so much. I used to talk to him on the phone all the time. He graduated like 3 years before me. And we grew up in the same neighborhood. And that's where he went when he first went to California. Yes, when he first went to the Lakers.
She's right. And I worked with them at that time.
Wow.
And that was his very first thought.
Okay, so it's nothing negative to say about Inglewood when I was trying to explain it or describe it to you guys, but I've always known Inglewood to be a stronghold for African Americans.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Am I right?
You're absolutely right.
And I'm sure that's why he went there, because that's where he came from.
Okay. So
he was born on the island, though. He was born on the island here. And we were all in the same neighborhood. When they gentrified our neighborhood, they split it in half with the highway, which that's a whole different story. But there was the west side and then there was the south side, which is why I've never lived on the south side.
because everything changed when they did that. So, yeah, he was from a predominantly black neighborhood, and the white people in the black neighborhood, I mean, like, my next door neighbor was Jewish, the next one next to her was Catholic. We all lived together. We all lived together peacefully, and we hung out together. It's crazy. This shit is crazy.
And that's what he moved into, so he was used to that neighborhood. And he came right back into what he was familiar with. And you're right, Lisa. What they went into a neighborhood that's predominantly African American. There is very little Hispanic that live in that community. If they own property, they have been there for generations, as have the people that are there that own property today, right, unless they have condos. Now,
Was
the
anybody
people that
arrested?
own the, I'm sorry, am I interrupting somebody? The people that own the high rises are the people that have recently bought, that are purchasing for business purposes, that have investments at SoFi, that have investment in corporations, that have investment in athletes, that are investing in the World Cup and in the Olympics. We have a ton of that going on around here. The growth over there is exponential because it's so close to LAX. So
It sure is.
When you say,
minutes, right?
yeah, 10 minutes down, Manchester and Century. So when you say when we say that ICE rolled in there, this was a show of force, you guys. This had nothing more to do than anything other than a show of force. They were not going to pick people up. But I want to flip it a second. Last night, I was with, unfortunately, four Asian American dentists of all different types. One was an endodontist, one was an orthodontist, GP dentist, and I knew what I was with, but I thought I would poke the bear. And I just said, what do you guys think about what happened in MacArthur Park yesterday? And out of the four of them, three of them said, what happened? And this was in Burbank, which is
right up the road.
Thank you. So three of them said, what happened? And the fourth one said, oh, you mean the thing that Karen Bass staged?
Oh, my freaking.
And she went on to say how Karen Bass brought in the military to show a stage of force, to show a stronghold of force, how she swept the park, how she made sure that there were no drug dealers there and nobody there. It was all done by Karen Bass. And this is their talking point, you guys. I couldn't believe what I was listening to, but this is what we're up against. We're up against these. This is the way you have to find a way to try and change.
Yeah, I was listening to the room this morning, and I was kind of, they're getting even more bold, like Notorious. I was actually shocked. I mean, I've heard him before, don't get me wrong, but he rarely comes up to speak. I know his politics. I know what he thinks about this and thinks about that. But hear these people talking now is getting more and more extreme. And I was thinking as I'm caring for a patient, giving patient care, loving my patients. I don't care what they look like. I mean, 99% of the time they don't look like me because I love my patients. I love them.
Lisa, you're in the Matrix. Lisa, we lost you. Lisa, you're gone. Lisa was speaking and used life jacket.
I usually just hit message for the person, and usually they can see that really quickly that they're in the matrix. Try it.
Carter was still talking. Anyway.
So FEMA's flood response slowed by NOAA's cost controls. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
What, sorry?
No.
Department DHS Secretary Noam News called to eliminate and remake FEMA. And her remaking of FEMA is slowing down the aid that's heading or in need of right now.
Wait a minute, but they're giving all the money to the National Guard and to the military to come out here and go march into Inglewood. Is that what I'm understanding? I'm sorry, just checking.
That part.
I gotta go on mute.
You are correct.
Thanks, somebody.
First Lady, are you saying she wants to tear it down or add on to?
According to this, it says FEMA's flood response slowed by NOAA's cost controls. So FEMA's flood response is slowed by NOAA's cost controls. And it also was talking about her plan to pretty much reform FEMA, I guess. I don't know if she just started talking about this, but that's what the conversation is right now. I was saying that.
They've been talking about fucking around with FEMA for a while.
That's wild.
Originally getting rid of it. So this is probably a precursor to that.
Yeah, I definitely smell a rat. They have no interest in improving or further developing FEMA. They made that clear.
They're gonna let people die. This is why people like racist Matt laughed at this, but I'm like, y'all are gonna kill people. Y'all voted to kill people.
That's the plan.
It's true. And he laughs, but it's true.
But kill people for what? So they can get richer? I mean, what's the plan here? What?
There is no plan. There is no plan. No, First Lady. The fallacy is assuming that there is a plan. There does not have to be a plan. These people are the Joker from Christopher Nolan's Batman. Shout out to that. There is no plan. There is no rhyme or reason to why the Joker did what he did in that movie. He just did it because some people, to quote Alfred, just like to see the world burn. And that is what these maggots do. That is why they protect pedophilia by not persecuting the people on Epstein's list. They are protecting pedophilia. So the next time a maggot or anybody who supports Trump tells you that they care about children, ask them why Trump will not prosecute.
Well, they're actually fighting, saying that Bundy should be fired because she's not releasing the list.
And so, just to comment too, Doug, I'm going to give you a contrarian opinion because I think that this is the plan. This is working for them. Right? I mean, we're seeing the chaos and what's happening from it, but truth be told, this is really working.
That's true.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I think this is working for them. This is exactly, they're totally cool with this. Their base is happy. They're accomplishing a lot of things that on the list that everybody said wasn't real, right? This is really working for them.
I don't know. They may think that it's working. I don't think that it is actually working. There have been a lot of MAGA folks. I mean, starting a new war would be an honest one. But this Epstein thing is really not making MAGAs okay. I mean, there's a ton of media about this. Elon Musk, even if he tries to make his own party, is going to siphon away some votes, right? Like it's wild though, because I was staying when I visited DC a couple weeks ago. I was staying with a guy who's friendly with me.
And still demonstrate love. Hashtag Al-Anon blog. Share experience, strike the code at al-anon.org.
What's going on?
So are you? I don't know if that was meant for us, but
I didn't think so. I thought Lisa or Patty was playing something.
no.
Well, I actually do have something where Gnomes are speaking, but go ahead.
I'll finish here. You know, there's a lot of media. Like, that's right. I was staying at a guy who's friendly with me, who is deep MAGA, right? He's ostensibly.
Are we talking about FEMA? Are we talking about your homeboy?
We haven't talked about FEMA for.
Oh, okay. I thought just a minute ago that lady brought up about the car shares.
I was about to play something, but I was waiting.
I don't know, because we were talking about we should do that, talking about people dying, and then into how MAGA is becoming distraught over Trump's actions of starting wars, and also most recently with Epstein. And
yeah, she tried to play something, I guess, from Dawn. So that's what going on. Yeah. Well, never mind. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was going, you know, when I'm going across this goddamn bridge. There's no. So go ahead. What was going on? I apologize.
All right, let me just play this because I gotta go to bed.
I'll be back. Let's
Okay, go ahead, First Lady. I appreciate you guys taking over.
The point is that I was talking with this guy who's friendly with me, Steve Maggie.
Wait, hold up. I thought First Lady has to play something because she has to go to sleep, y'all.
I got to bed, yeah.
I was thinking, okay.
No, it's okay. We got all night. Y'all, my room is open till 4 a.m, babe. Where you going? Sit here with me. Sit right down next to me. It's going to be okay. Right after she plays it, I'll let you go. Promise.
I don't think it's long. I think it's a few seconds.
Government's hands and states' government's hands. I want everyone to just listen to what the Secretary said in her own words.
Federal emergency management should be state and locally led rather than how it has operated for decades. It has been slow to respond. At the federal level, it's even been slower to get the resources to Americans in crisis, and that is why this entire agency needs to be eliminated as it exists today and remade into a responsive agency.
That's it.
What would you say to that?
That's what I'm talking about, the car sharing with the FEMA. It's not they're trying to kill people. This has already been part of the plan. It's not killing people. They're shifting the responsibility back to the states. All the disasters that happened last year, the FY 2025 budget is almost spent.
So we haven't even gotten to the nitty gritty of the weather patterns, the hurricanes and all the other shit. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, because it's hurricane season until September.
That's what I'm saying, yo. That's what the hell? Wait, I don't know. This is okay. Go ahead. Wait, sir. I'll let you go 1 second. Let me just say this. I'm working all day,
which requires more people and, very, very good training. So, the only thing I could point to is training, is what happened. They can begin to have a political party to continue implementing this agreement until we go for election. You see? But this is not what. And when we tell them that Jaman, here is the authentic way, and how you are behaving, you can behave the way you behave because the way they are behaving now. Yeah?
He said, do you know it's only been 5 fucking months since this person's been in office? It feels like it's been at least 5 goddamn years. I said, yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? He goes, I don't know if I can. Then this is a surgeon. He's like, I don't know if I can make it. I was like, you? What about all these people who are getting their benefits cut? He goes, that has to do with me as well. Do you know that affects me? The stuff that they're cutting affects my patients, and then it affects me. And I'm concerned. He goes, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make the rest of these other 3 years. I was like, you ain't said nothing but a word. And so everybody's worried about it. It's just not us, it's everybody. Sick and fucking tired already. So go ahead, you guys, jump in. I'm sorry. I just had to tell you guys that. I found that very, very amusing when we were talking today.
What I was going to finish with in response to Brian Walker was that when I was hanging out with this guy who's Steve Maggot, who's friendly with me, I have to say it like that because I don't really consider him a friend myself because he's crazy. These people think that they are winning. Like, he was telling me about how in October they're going to go and arrest over 100 legislators there as well, and how Elon wasn't starting a new war, but it was something. I mean, like these, people close to the sun think that they are doing really well, but when you point out, look at the media, they're not doing so. It's interesting dynamic.
But how are you? So, and please don't think that I'm fighting for them in this conversation. But how are you wagering that they're not doing well? I'm just curious.
I mean, it's the media. Like, if you look on, and that's not to say that it's not everybody, but at the end of the day, you don't need everybody to go away from an idea politically, ideologically.